The foundation of wealth. Setting goals that command prosperity. Imagine, for a moment, that your goals are magnets, powerful forces that draw the wealth you desire toward you, like iron filings to a lodestone. But here's the catch. Not every magnet pulls with equal strength. Some goals are weak, flickering hopes that drift in the wind, while others are ironclad, forged in the fire of purpose and certainty. Which type do you possess? Ask yourself two fundamental questions. Are your goals truly worthy of the vast fortune you envision? And more importantly, have you constructed them with such clarity and intention that the universe has no choice but to deliver? Most people stumble here, either settling for vague wishes or crafting goals that lack the spiritual power to command abundance. But what if the true question isn't about your worthiness, but about the definiteness of your purpose? You were born worthy. What matters now is whether your goal is so compelling, so tightly anchored in your soul, that it compels wealth to flow toward you effortlessly. Wealth does not chase shadows. It responds exclusively to the luminous certainty of purpose. This principle is not a mere motivational cliché. It is a spiritual law as unyielding as gravity itself. When obeyed, it grants you entrance into a state of flow where obstacles crumble, doubt dissipates, and prosperity approaches you. So let's begin at the source. Wealth is not a wild goose chase. It is not luck or happenstance. Instead, it is a mirror reflecting the inner architecture of your beliefs, habits, and most of all, the goals you dare to set. What is a goal? More than a wish. Too often, we confuse goals with fleeting desires or idle daydreams. A goal is none of those things. It is a solemn contract between your present self and the highest version of yourself waiting to emerge. It is a declaration of destiny, powered by your unwavering will. When you craft such a goal, the universe hears your summons. However, this profound connection remains inaccessible to most because they treat goals like optional accessories, scribbled in notebooks on New Year's Day and abandoned before spring arrives. Consider this. What exactly does more money mean to you? What is your personal definition of success? And perhaps the most critical question, what price are you willing to pay to claim it? Until these questions are answered with unflinching honesty, your goal remains a ghost, lacking the substance to attract. Law 1. Clarity. The magnetic blueprint, the first pillar to wealth attraction, is absolute clarity. What is your number? How much do you want to earn, save, and invest? When do you want to reach this milestone? What mission does this money support? What problem does it solve? The richest individuals across history did not happen upon their riches. They constructed them with razor-sharp precision. They saw their success in vivid detail long before it materialized, and that mental image rewrote the narrative of their circumstances. You must do the same. Write your goal down. Every figure, every deadline, every intention. Let your mind become an architectural blueprint so that there is no room for confusion between what you think you want and what you are prepared to receive. Clarity acts like a magnet, drawing your energy into focus. Confusion does the opposite. It disperses your force and repels fortune. Remember, wealth responds more readily to the quality of your energy than the quantity of your effort. Law 2. Emotional leverage, the fire behind the goal. Once your goal is sharp, you must ignite it with passion. What fuels your desire? Is it a fierce refusal to return to lack? A calling to build a legacy that will outlive you? A conviction that your unique gift must reach the world, but is held hostage by circumstances? Whatever your reason, make it visceral. Feel it in your bones. This is the emotional leverage that carries you through resistance and uncertainty. Without this fire, goals flicker and fade at the first sign of adversity. But when emotion runs deep, external motivation becomes unnecessary. You wake up driven, fear loses its grip, and your reason outmuscles your resistance. This emotion must not tether to your current reality, but to the vision of who you are. Becoming. Law 3. Assume the result. Living from the future to command wealth. You must begin behaving as if the goal is already yours, not in a childish pretense, but with disciplined certainty. This is the assumption of the result. Your thoughts, speech, posture, and decisions all align with the identity of a person who possesses what they seek. This shift is transformative. You walk into rooms carrying conviction, and that conviction is currency in the marketplace. The world detects doubt instantly and delays reward accordingly. But when you carry yourself as one who has already succeeded, you send a signal the universe cannot ignore. Start speaking, thinking, and solving problems. Like the wealthy individual you are becoming, your outer world will follow the vibration you consistently emit. Law 4. Quantifiable momentum. Measuring your way to mastery. Now that your goal is clear, emotionalized, and embodied, it must be measured with ruthless precision. What you track. You can improve. Break down your yearly targets into monthly, weekly, and daily milestones. Create systems to check your progress relentlessly. Momentum is not a sudden surge, but the result of steady, strategic actions. The man who earns $10,000 this month is doing something different, trackable, and repeatable from the one who made $2,000. Build dashboards, checkpoints, and rituals that keep your goal visible and measurable every single day. Law 5. Environmental alignment. Curate your ecosystem. Success is rarely a solo journey. Your surroundings either elevate your trajectory or erode your resolve. Scrutinize your friendships, media consumption, daily routines, and even your mental self-talk. Are these influences pulling you closer or pushing you away from your vision? The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between imagined and real experiences. If your environment tells you wealth is elusive, money is evil, or success is burdensome, these narratives implant like seeds of doubt. Guard your mental space like a fortress. Fill it with mentors who stretch you, books that expand your mind, and routines that prime your energy. Silence, too, is essential. Moments of quiet reflection nourish your vision and allow clarity to deepen. The law of sacrifice. Paying the price. No worthwhile goal comes without a cost. Unlimited wealth demands. Trade-offs. Focus, discipline, and ruthless prioritization are the toll you must pay. Say no to distractions and toxic influences. Yes to the few actions that move your needle. Your habits, your calendar, and your circle must all reflect your commitment. Without transformation, new beliefs, new behaviors, new standards, your goal remains a fantasy. Wealth is responsibility, not a gift. Prove your stewardship with small wins today, and the universe will trust you with more tomorrow. The inner architect, mastering momentum, environment, and relentless persistence. Picture this. Your mind is a master builder, crafting a vast mansion of success brick by brick. But without a blueprint, without the right materials and steady hands, the structure collapses into rubble. Your goal is that mansion, and your thoughts, actions, and environment are the architects, builders, and caretakers. In this part, we unravel the sacred laws that govern the inside world, because external riches are always a reflection of internal mastery. We focus on momentum, the environment that either fuels or drains your power, the sacrifice necessary for transformation, and the sacred discipline of persistence. Ask yourself, how well do you know the language of wealth? Do you track your progress with the same intensity you set your goal? And when the storm hits, do you hold firm or falter? These questions are your gateway to true expansion. Speaking the language of wealth, thought, speech, action change begins in the mind. To alter your outer world, you must first become fluent in the language of wealth. A language composed of thought, speech, and action, in that exact order. Thought is the seed, speech is the nurture. Action is the harvest without mastering. The vocabulary of prosperity, your attempts remain disorganized and ineffective. The wealthy do not stumble upon fortune. They cultivate it daily through deliberate mental conversations and spoken affirmations that shape their reality. Begin by internalizing affirmations that align with your goal, then vocalize them with conviction. Let these words guide your decisions and propel your steps forward. This triad, thought, speech, action, must be practiced with discipline. It is not enough to think positively once or speak your goal casually. The repetition forges pathways in your brain, rewiring your subconscious to expect success. Law 4. Quantifiable momentum. The power of measurement. What gets measured grows. What you track, you can improve. Imagine a ship sailing without instruments or maps, relying only on the stars and guesswork. Some reach their destination, but many get lost at sea. Your goal deserves better navigation. Set up systems that break your yearly objectives into tangible, time-bound milestones. Define monthly, weekly, and daily targets. Each day ask, what progress did I make? What specific actions moved me closer? Small, consistent steps create unstoppable momentum. The difference between a person earning $2,000 a month and $10,000 lies not in luck, but in identifiable behaviors. Create dashboards, digital or physical, that display your progress clearly. Use them to celebrate wins, adjust strategies, and maintain laser focus. Avoid someday thinking. Momentum is built by what you do today, not in distant hopes. Law 5. Environmental alignment, cultivating a success ecosystem. Your environment is either your ally or your adversary. Consider your closest friends. Do their values and habits reflect your ambitions? Or do they whisper doubts? What media do you consume? Is it lifting you or anchoring you to limiting beliefs? Remember, the subconscious cannot differentiate between real experiences and imagined ones. If your daily world broadcasts messages like money is corrupting or wealth is for others, your mind internalizes these programs. It's time to curate your environment as carefully as you curate your calendar. Fill your space with books that challenge and expand you, mentors who inspire growth, and routines that prepare you mentally and physically. Silence is a powerful tool. Moments of stillness create fertile ground for vision and innovation. Make room for quiet reflection. Your environment can either erode your belief or fortify it daily. Choose wisely. The law of sacrifice. The price of transformation. Every meaningful goal demands a price. The pursuit of unlimited wealth is no exception. Sacrifice means ruthless clarity about what you will say yes to, and more importantly, what you will say no to. Distractions, toxic relationships, sloppy habits, and cluttered schedules are thieves that steal your progress. The road to abundance is not crowded because many refuse to pay this toll. This discipline is not harshness. It is clarity. It is choosing focus over chaos, consistency over comfort. If your goal does not require a new version of yourself, then it's not a true goal. It's a replay of your past. You must transform, shedding limiting beliefs and behaviors, adopting new standards, and acting as a steward of wealth today. Before the money arrives, responsibility precedes reward. The sacred discipline of persistence, winning when it gets hard resistance, is guaranteed. It is the silent test every dream faces. The average man gives up at the first sign of struggle, mistaking discomfort for a stop sign. But the man who attracts wealth knows that discomfort is a signal to lean in harder. Persistence is not blind stubbornness. It is a sacred discipline, a promise to keep moving when most would quit. Every great dream is tested by delay. Your vision must pass through adversity, to become real, to be purified and strengthened. How do you respond when your plan derails? Do you retreat, complain, or shrink your dream to fit your pain? Or do you rise, adjust, recommit, and keep walking, knowing that the journey is shaping you as much as the destination calls you? Goals are not things you simply get. They are what you grow into. Wealth is attracted not to your past self, but to the man you are becoming. Identity refinement, becoming. The person your goal demands no goal worth having is achieved by the same person who set it. You must build yourself daily with devotion and deliberate discipline. Old habits like procrastination, blame, and self-doubt must be burned away in the furnace of growth. You are constructing not just income, but mental, emotional, strategic, and spiritual infrastructure. A stable house capable of holding the wealth you seek. Daily ask, what is the highest leverage action I can take today? What am I avoiding that would collapse my timeline? What limiting story must I stop telling? These questions rewire your mind, shifting you from drifting to deliberate direction. Transformation doesn't happen in bursts. It is forged through systems, routines, and auto-suggestion.autosuggestion. Programming your subconscious for success repetition is how belief is installed. And belief is the bedrock of achievement. Write your goal and read it aloud with emotion morning and night. Saturate your subconscious until doubt has no room to live. Build anchors in your life, mentors, rituals, sacred spaces that keep you centered when life pulls you off course. The enemy of comparison, staying true to your path. Comparison steals power and dilutes focus. Your journey is unique. No one else's blueprint matches yours. Celebrate others, but never imitate. Abandoning authenticity severs the spiritual current fueling your success. Master your gift, craft, perspective, and consistency. This mastery compounds into a magnetic force that commands respect and success without shouting. Faith in action. Trust built through doing. Faith is not passive. It is aggressive and decisive. Every aligned action you take, especially when you don't feel ready, proves your faith and opens the floodgates of abundance. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Commitment is the truth. Becoming a vessel. The responsibility of wealth reveals character. If your integrity, values, and strength are shallow, abundance will break you instead of blessing you. You are building a leader, a steward, a creator, forged in trials, delays, doubts, and pain. When your goal manifests, you will not be the same person. You will be bigger, stronger, wiser, deeper, and clearer. Becoming the architect of your identity, the transformational journey to mastery and faith. Imagine standing before a great forge. In front of you, raw metal, your current self. The heat intensifies, the hammer strikes, sparks fly. This is the transformation of identity, the process that shapes the man capable of holding and commanding true wealth. This section dives deep into the essence of transformation. Your goal won't be fulfilled by yesterday's version of you. It requires daily, intentional cultivation of habits, beliefs, and systems that serve your vision. Ask yourself, what stories do I tell myself about my limits? What habits anchor me to my past? How can I architect a new self that matches the grandeur of my goals? The journey of mastery is as much inward as outward. The crucible of change. Building a new you daily. Every ambition worth pursuing demands an internal overhaul. Success is never accidental. It's engineered through deliberate evolution. Old patterns like procrastination, excuses, emotional volatility, and self-doubt serve as anchors to your past identity. To build wealth, these must be dismantled piece by piece, habit by habit. Visualize yourself constructing a fortress strong enough to withstand storms. This fortress is your mental, emotional, strategic, and spiritual foundation. Wealth will never take residence in an unstable home. True power comes from daily discipline, intentional, aligned actions that incrementally move you closer to your goals. Each morning, ask, what is the highest impact step I can take today? What unfinished tasks are bottlenecking my progress? What narrative must I silence to unleash my potential? This mindset, practiced consistently, rewires your brain from autopilot into masterful direction, from random action to systematic progress. The power of structured transformation does not come from chaotic effort or bursts of motivation. It is forged through systems, reliable routines, frameworks, and rituals that sustain momentum. Random acts of willpower are fleeting. Systems are enduring. Set routines that embed your goals into daily life. Create frameworks to evaluate and adapt your progress. Ritualize success habits so they become automatic, not optional. These structures become the machinery of your transformation, turning small, persistent actions into compound growth. Autosuggestion. Programming the mind for victory or subconscious. Mind is the fertile soil from which your future blooms. Autosuggestion is the process of saturating this soil with positive, goal-aligned thoughts and images until they become your natural state. Write your vision daily and read it aloud with feeling morning and night. Let your mind rehearse success so often that doubt cannot take root. Most give up here, neglecting this sacred discipline. But repetition is how belief is forged, the unseen architecture supporting all visible achievements. Anchoring your vision. Creating stability amid chaos. Life's storms are inevitable. That's why you must build anchors, people, places, and practices that keep you tethered to your purpose. A mentor who embodies your aspirations offers guidance and example. A written mission statement serves as a compass during distraction. Non-negotiable routines like morning rituals or sacred reflection spaces cement your alignment. These anchors provide resilience, enabling you to withstand setbacks without losing your way. The pitfall of comparison. Honoring your unique path. Comparison is a silent thief of power. Each man's journey is a unique composition, forged from battles unseen by outsiders. When you measure yourself against others, you dilute your authenticity and sever the spiritual current fueling your success. Celebrate others' achievements, but never mimic. True mastery arises from owning your unique gift and refining it relentlessly. Mastery. The compound effect of consistency. Mastery isn't a sudden spark. It's the result of sustained focus. Master your talent, your craft, your perspective, and your habits. Over time, this dedication compounds, creating a magnetic force, a quiet power that commands respect without words. You've witnessed it. The calm leader, the influential presence, the brand that dominates silently. This is the fruit of alignment, earned by unwavering commitment. Faith in motion. Acting without seeing faith is a powerful engine, but it requires fuel. Action. True faith is aggressive, moving decisively despite uncertainty. By consistently acting toward your goals, even when fear whispers otherwise, you send a message to the universe, to God, and to your highest self. I am ready. I am trustworthy. This trust unlocks favor and opens doors previously unseen. Readiness is a myth. Commitment is the reality. Too often, we wait to feel ready before taking a step. The truth is, readiness rarely arrives. Commitment is the real foundation of progress. Act despite fear, doubt, or hesitation. Each aligned step strengthens faith and builds momentum. Stop waiting. Start moving. The vessel of wealth, integrity, and responsibility. Wealth is a revealing force that it does not create character. It exposes it. If your values are fragile, your integrity questionable, wealth will fracture you rather than elevate you. The pursuit of abundance demands you become a leader, a steward, a creator. This process forges strength through trials, doubts, delays, and pain. Embracing the journey, becoming bigger than your goal when your vision materializes. You will not be the man who began the journey. You will be bigger, stronger, wiser, deeper, and clearer. This growth, more than any material reward, is the true prize. Difficulties are not obstacles, but fuel, the coal that fires the furnace of your will. Alchemy of adversity, turning pressure into power. Most successful men are not those who avoided hardship, but those who transformed it. They took ashes and made fire, pressure and made diamonds. This alchemy is your calling. Life tests not to defeat you, but to awaken you. Training the mind. Repetition is the path to power like any muscle. Your mind requires training. Speak the language of power until it becomes your native tongue. Think thoughts of greatness until belief arises effortlessly. Few undertake this real work. Many choose excuses instead. You, however, have glimpsed the truth. Changing the world begins with changing yourself. The world does not change first. You do. Opportunities expand as you expand. Favor flows when your attitude opens the gates. Respond differently to the world, and it will respond to you. Quiet strength. The real meaning of positive mental attitude. Positivity is often misunderstood as loud enthusiasm. True positive mental attitude, PMA, is quiet, calm endurance. It is the inner voice that remains peaceful amid chaos, persistent when others quit, hopeful in darkness. This strength is forged in fire, chosen when hope is hard, and doubt loud. How to shift into strength when you feel weak. Begin where you are, with what you have. Don't wait to feel better. Act better. Action leads emotion, and emotion is shaped by repetition. Speak words of power. Even when feeling powerless. Your subconscious will begin to accept and reflect this new state. Cultivating gratitude and affirmation. Tools of the mind. Speak gratitude daily, especially when hurting. Gratitude rewires the brain to seek opportunity instead of fear. Use affirmations rooted in truth, not empty praise. I am capable. I am focused. I am strong. I am growing. Say them not because you fully believe yet, but to train yourself into belief. Body as signal, posture, and presence. Your body sends constant messages to your brain. A weak posture breeds weakness. A tall stance breeds strength. Stand tall, breathe deeply, walk with purpose. These are powerful, often overlooked tools of mental control. The company you keep. Protecting your mental garden. A positive mindset cannot survive in a toxic environment. Choose friends who challenge you, inspire growth, and reflect your best self. Remove negative voices from your digital, social, and personal space. Guard your mind like a precious garden. Every seed you allow grows into your reality, becoming magnetic, uplifting others through your PMA. A man with positive mental attitude becomes magnetic, not because he's always happy, but because he is stable, peaceful, and clear. He anchors the room in chaos and leads without a title. True leadership is influence, and influence grows from consistent calm power. Answering the question, how are you so calm and focused? When others ask how you endure storms, your answer is simple. I trained my mind when it was hard. I chose my attitude when nothing made sense. I believed when others doubted. I showed up when no one clapped. I decided life would not defeat me. I would master it. The final ingredient, relentlessness. Winning when you want to quit. There will be days when quitting feels inevitable. When accounts are empty, feedback harsh, doubts loud. Remember, quitting is a decision, not a destiny. You only fail when you stop standing back up. The universe reflects your energy. Become unstoppable. The universe mirrors not your desires, but who you are. Become the man whose belief cannot be shaken, whose energy commands attention. When such a man sets a goal, success chases him. Your birthright, build, lead, expand, prosper. You were born to create, to lead, to grow. Claim this daily, relentlessly, unapologetically. The world needs you fully alive, aligned and activated. Write your vision. Speak it. Live it. Never let go. Your wealth awaits. Your decision today. Wealth is not a distant dream. It is waiting on your choice this moment. Set your goal. Become the man it demands. The power of positive mental attitude, stability, influence, and relentless commitment. Picture yourself standing in the middle of a storm wind's howl. Chaos swirls, but inside you, there is calm. This calm is not passive. It's a fortress, built by a powerful force called positive mental attitude, PMA. In a world overwhelmed by uncertainty and noise, PMA is the anchor that holds your mind steady, your vision clear, and your purpose unwavering, mastering your inner climate. The quiet strength of PMA. Often, people mistake positivity for cheerfulness or constant enthusiasm. But the real power lies in quiet endurance, the silent voice within that refuses to surrender when the skies darken. This is the essence of mental toughness, a resilient spirit that stands firm while others waver. The true bearer of PMA does not fake happiness. Instead, he embodies stability, peace, and a resolute mindset that fuels persistence. This inner peace is the unshakable ground beneath every storm, the soil from which clarity and strength emerge. Ask yourself, how do you respond when the world around you collapses? Do you let anxiety drown your resolve? Or do you nurture a calm, focused center that directs you forward? Embodiment of strength, posture, presence, and physical signals. Your body is a communicator. It broadcasts signals to your brain and to those around you long before a word is spoken. A slouched posture whispers defeat. A tall, confident stance declares command. Standing tall, breathing deeply, walking with intention. These are not mere actions but declarations to your nervous system that you are in control. Such physical signals feed your mental state, creating a feedback loop of strength. Cultivate this awareness daily. Begin by aligning your physical presence with your mental intention. These small, consistent habits send powerful messages that reinforce your resilience and command respect. Curate your circle, protecting your mental garden. Imagine your mind as a garden. Every thought, word, and interaction is a seed planted in fertile soil. What you allow to grow determines your harvest. Guard this garden fiercely. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, who inspire you to rise, who reflect the highest version of yourself. These are your allies on the path to greatness. Conversely, eliminate negative influences, voices that sow doubt, drain energy, or distort your vision. Toxic environments stifle PMA and sabotage your growth. Digital noise, casual cynics, limiting family beliefs. Recognize them, then create boundaries. Mental space is a sacred resource. Protect it as if your future depends on it, because it does. Becoming magnetic. The ripple effect of positive mental attitude, PMA, is contagious. When you cultivate it deeply, you become a magnet, not because you are superficially happy, but because you radiate stability and clarity. People instinctively seek your presence in times of turmoil. You anchor the room with calm, guide conversations with wisdom, and lead by example without uttering a word. This is leadership's purest form, influence born of character, consistency, and unwavering optimism. Consider those leaders you respect not for their loud voices, but for their quiet power. They embody what PMA creates, an unshakable core that inspires trust and loyalty. Answering the call, the mindset of the unbreakable. When people ask how you remain calm amidst chaos, your answer is your story, a story of mental training through hardship. You trained your mind when times were difficult. You chose your attitude when the world made no sense. You believed when others doubted. You showed up when no one noticed. You decided life would not conquer you. You would master it. This mindset is forged in adversity and polished through relentless commitment. Relentlessness. Winning the battle within. There will be moments when quitting seems like the easiest choice. When accounts run dry, feedback is harsh, doubts roar louder than your will. In those moments, remember, quitting is a choice, not fate. You don't fail because you fall. You fail because you refuse to rise. Is never lost because you stumble. It's lost only when you stop moving. Stand again. Recommit. Refocus. No worthy goal has ever been claimed without unyielding persistence. The universe as a mirror, becoming unstoppable. The world you experience is a reflection, not of what you desire, but of who you are. Become the man whose belief is immovable, whose energy demands attention, whose actions remain steady regardless of emotion. When such a man sets his sights on a goal, success doesn't chase him. Success is compelled to follow. Claiming your birthright. Build, lead, expand, prosper. You were born to create. To lead. To expand. To thrive. But this birthright is not given lightly. It must be claimed daily, with relentlessness and unapologetic conviction. The world is starving for men who are fully alive, aligned with their mission, and activated in their purpose. The final command: write, speak. Live your vision. Don't let your vision become a distant dream or a forgotten promise. Write it clearly. Speak it with conviction. Live it in every action. Never let go. Your wealth is not waiting in a far-off future. It waits on your decision in this moment. Set the goal that pulls you forward. Become the man that goal demands. The daily rituals of success, discipline, faith, and the power of momentum. Imagine the dawn of a new day. The sun's first rays brush the horizon as you rise, not reluctantly, but with purpose. Today is another opportunity, another chance to build the life you envision. But success is not a gift delivered by chance or fortune. It is the fruit born from consistent ritual, unwavering discipline, and relentless faith. The keystone habit, daily discipline as the architect of destiny. Discipline is the master key, unlocking every door on your journey. It is not punishment or rigidity, but a sacred agreement with yourself to show up, to act, to persist. Success is not about giant leaps taken sporadically, but about steady, intentional steps repeated with precision. Ask yourself each morning, what is the single most impactful action I can take today? What tiny effort, multiplied over time, will compound into transformative results? This mindset separates those who dream from those who do. Discipline molds you into the man capable of holding the prize your vision promises. Faith is action. Walking the path without seeing faith is often misunderstood as passive hope, waiting for conditions to align. But true faith is aggressive, assertive, and active. It pushes you forward even when the way is shrouded in darkness. Each step taken without full clarity is a declaration. I trust the process. I am committed to the outcome. This courage in the unknown invites unseen forces to your side. Universes respond not to hesitation, but to boldness. Your faith signals readiness, opening doors that logic alone cannot. Momentum, the invisible force. Driving you forward. Momentum is the invisible engine that carries you from intention to manifestation. It is built not by occasional bursts, but by daily consistent movement. Just as a rolling stone gains speed, your actions accelerate your progress. The challenge is to maintain motion, even when motivation wanes. This requires the structure of habits and the strength of commitment. Momentum turns effort into results, and results into new possibilities. Breaking The cycle of waiting. Commitment over readiness. Many wait for the perfect moment, the right feeling, the ideal conditions. But readiness is a myth. The truth lies in commitment, the choice to act regardless of how you feel. Start now. With what? You have. Momentum follows action, not the other way around. Commitment is the foundation stone upon which all progress is built. Power of autosuggestion. Reprogramming your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is a vast, powerful force shaping your reality. Autosuggestion is the daily, deliberate planting of seeds in this fertile ground. Write your goals. Speak them aloud with feeling. Visualize your success. Repeat morning and night until your subconscious accepts these truths as reality. This repetition dissolves doubt, installs certainty, and aligns behavior. Anchors of stability. Building your support system. No great journey is traveled alone. Mentors, peers, and practices become your anchors when the path grows treacherous. A mentor's guidance lights the way. A written mission keeps you oriented. Morning ritual grounds your day in intention. Sacred spaces for reflection and visualization renew your spirit. These anchors sustain you, ensuring resilience against distraction and despair. Overcoming comparison. Cultivating authenticity. Comparison steals your power and distorts your vision. Every man's journey is unique, shaped by unseen struggles and singular blueprints. Celebrate others' victories, but honor your own path. Authenticity is the current that powers your success. When you imitate, you sever this vital flow. Master your craft. Master your perspective. Master consistency. Mastery compounds into irresistible magnetism. Embracing adversity. The alchemy of hardship. Hardship is not your enemy. It is your crucible. Within pressure lies transformation. Those who succeed are those who turn trials into fuel, pain into power. Your task is to take ashes and create fire, pressure and create diamonds. Life tests to awaken, not to destroy. Let each challenge strengthen your character and sharpen your resolve. The mind as a muscle, training through repetition. The mind must be exercised. Thoughts of greatness become second nature through relentless repetition. Speak the language of power until it feels native. Believe until doubt no longer has a foothold. Many shy from this work, preferring excuses, but you have chosen the path less traveled. Gratitude and affirmation. Tools to rewire your brain. Gratitude is the antidote to fear. Speak it, especially in pain, to retrain your brain toward opportunity. Affirm your potential with truthful, powerful statements. I am capable. I am focused. I am strong. I am growing. Speak not just to convince others, but to train your subconscious into belief. Physical presence. Commanding your environment. Posture and presence influence both your mind and those around you. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Move with purpose. These signals reinforce inner strength and command respect. Choosing your environment. Mental hygiene. Curate your surroundings carefully. Choose relationships that nurture growth. Eliminate toxic influences. Your mental environment shapes your reality. Protect it vigilantly. Magnetism through stability. Becoming a leader without a title. A man with PMA is magnetic, drawing others by his steady presence. Leadership is influence, not position. Your calm and clarity inspire those lost in confusion. Become the anchor. Become the example. Relentlessness. The final pillar. Quitting is a choice, never a destiny. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Stand up, recommit, and refocus. No man who persisted toward a worthy goal was left unrewarded. The universe reflects your inner world. You attract not what you want, but who you are. Become unwavering. Become unstoppable. Success will pursue you. Claim your role as creator. You are born to build, to lead, to expand, and to prosper. Claim this role daily, unapologetically, and without hesitation. The world needs men fully alive, aligned, and activated. Write your vision. Speak your vision. Live. Your vision. Never release it. Your wealth is waiting on your decision now. The relentless pursuit. Claiming your legacy and unleashing your true power. Imagine standing at the summit of your life's mountain. Behind you, a path marked by trials, growth, and relentless effort. Before you, the horizon of possibility stretches infinitely. This is the place reserved for those who refuse to surrender, those who transform obstacles into stepping stones, and visions into reality. The relentless mindset, embracing tenacity above all. Relentlessness is more than stubbornness. It is the sacred fuel that powers the unyielding heart. There will be moments when the world whispers quit, when your strength wanes, when the doubts roar like thunder. In these moments, remember, quitting is a choice, not your fate. Every champion, every trailblazer, every leader has faced these storms. The difference is they chose to stand. Again and again, this unbreakable resolve turns obstacles into milestones. Your story is forged in the fire of persistence. Your journey is not defined by smooth sailing, but by how you weather the storms. Each setback is a lesson. Each delay, a test. Each doubt, an opportunity to deepen faith. Allow hardships to sharpen your character and expand your vision. Like steel tempered by fire, you emerge stronger, more resilient, and more capable. The power of decision. Your moment is now at every crossroads. You have a choice. To retreat into comfort or advance into growth. To be consumed by fear or propelled by faith. To settle for less or pursue greatness. Relentlessly, your legacy is built on these decisions. Decide now to embody the man your goals demand. Decide now to move forward with fierce clarity and purpose. Mastery of self. The ultimate victory. True success begins within. Master your thoughts. Master your emotions. Master your actions. When your internal world is aligned, external challenges lose their power. You become the architect of your destiny, not its victim. The role of vision. Seeing beyond the present day clear. Compelling vision is your North Star. It guides you through uncertainty. It fuels your passion when motivation fades. Write your vision. Speak it daily. Live it boldly. This vision is your compass through life's chaos. Legacy beyond wealth. The impact. You leave wealth as a tool, not the destination. The true measure of success is the legacy you leave, the lives you touch, the examples you set. Lead with integrity. Create with purpose. Serve with humility. Your influence will echo far beyond material gains. The circle of influence. Building a network of excellence no man achieves. Greatness in isolation. Surround yourself with mentors who challenge and inspire. Build relationships rooted in mutual growth and respect. Together, you amplify each other's power. This circle becomes a force multiplier on your journey. The unseen rewards, growth, wisdom, and peace. Beyond the trophies and titles lies the deeper prize. Growth that expands your capacity, earned through experience. Peace born from knowing you gave your all. This inner richness sustains you through all seasons. Final call to action. Own your power. Shape your future. The world awaits your contribution, your talents, your vision, your leadership. Step forward boldly. Act with intention. Persist with passion. Your life is your message. Make it one worth hearing. Remember, you are not defined by where you start, but by where you decide to go. You are not limited by past failures, but empowered by lessons learned. You are capable of greatness beyond imagination. Claim it, live it. Be the man the world needs.